So I I am already dropping the link down. I hope you all are having a great Valentine's Day. I did. I just ate. Ooh, I'm a little full. I'm a little swole. Thank God I don't have to go to the gym tomorrow. I might drink some of that diet tea. I don't know. So anyway, y'all pray my strength in the Lord. So I just I was driving on my way back from dinner, my Valentine's day dinner, and Clydiva actually popped up on my notification. And so I listened. And what do you all think? Clydiva said a lot. She said a lot. She said a whole lot. And she was doing a lot of reading and all of that stuff. And people like who they like and stuff. And I don't really get into that. I'm really into the critical things that she said. And I'm just asking you all, what do you all think about what Clydiva said? Now, there's a lot of lesbian stuff in there, and somebody can't get over somebody, and it was a lot of things said, and I know she said that she has a lot of evidence. So if MU needed it, she has it. I'm gonna tell you what I heard, and again, it's not if I like you or not. And people get that mixed up. Again, I don't deal with Clydiva. I really don't. So, and it's just good to know that I'm not working behind the scenes with people and all of this stuff because I don't deal with Clydiva. But Clydiva said a lot of stuff, and then she brought another recording out, another daggone recording out. And so, what do you all think? I want to hear what your views are on this. Some of you all may think Clydiva is wrong and she don't have no business. Some people think Clydiva is telling the truth. What are your thoughts? So Houston Sweetie said Snoop's obsession with MU is scary. Ebony757 said this story has taken a life of its own. Hey, Itsy Bitsy. I heard a lot of content creators mentioned. Olivia the Oracle was mentioned. Pizarro was mentioned. Brianna was mentioned. Reed, the Heart of Philadelphia, was mentioned. Kimmy, Tracy, Joyce, all of us, for the most part, were mentioned. So it was a lot of stuff said. And again, don't have no dog in the fight. These are observations, no judgment. Scorpio Rising said, I think Clyde is telling the truth. It doesn't matter if one likes her or not. She is presenting evidence. Scorpio Rising. Um, yeah, interesting. I mean, I hear you. What's up, Rodney? I hear you. You know, I heard Snoop pretty much put stuff out and try to not take responsibility for sending it. And what's really interesting is I'm gonna tell you what Clydiva said. Let me tell you what Clydiva said, and I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. Clydiva said, "I don't understand, Lady Snoop. You're apologizing to all of these people, but you need to be apologizing to Church Lady because Church Lady and myself We really told you not to send the pictures. We really told you the right things, but yet you're apologizing to people who really don't care about you. This is what, I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing. Clydiva also said you got Teresa's page taken down. It's because of what you did, and her page is taken down. But I can't understand why they are acting like you the best thing since sliced bread. Paraphrasing. So this is what Clydiva pretty much is saying. You can tell that she don't like certain content creators because she's very, very vocal about it. But this is my thing, and I'm going to say it again. People, folk are not interested in your attacks. Attacking people, cussing people out, doing all of this stuff does not diminish the stuff that's out there. I don't have any dealings with Clydiva. I barely know the church lady. And church lady's been over here, but what I'm saying is I don't know the church lady like deep, deep, deep. We've had some acquaintances on the YouTube street, but I don't know the church lady like the ushers and stuff. So I don't have any dealings with these people. Okay. What I've noticed though, these people are presenting solid evidence. I'm talking about text messages. I am talking about recordings. And these aren't I heard Clydiva played the whole part of the video. And I'm not going to go against concrete evidence because of feelings and all of this stuff. And I'm seeing it play out. So what we have learned is Snoop is sneaky as hell. What we learned is that Snoop tries to line people up. What we learn is that Snoop will talk about folk like a dog, even people who have worked and really been loyal and friends, I guess, with Snoop. Now, y'all know that MU and I are at an impasse because let me say this. I still feel some kind of way. But look, it ain't nothing personal. It ain't nothing personal. MU, I feel the same way. It's not personal. I just didn't like how things went down on the cruise ship. And I'm again, my story has always been consistent. I didn't like that. But but you shouldn't be harassed. You shouldn't be stalked. And you know, again, I'm not trying to be in your grace or your favor, but this is some scary mess. This Snoop thing. I think it's sad because this man is really not worth all of this foolery and all of this stuff going on. That's my opinion. I have questions about him because he sent some stuff on you. And it seems like he's not loyal to anybody either. So, but that's a whole nother ball game. Now, my question is, what does this got to do with Benzone? That's the thing. That's a question that it has been really bugging me. What does this have to do with Benzone? Why was Benzone accused of doing these things? And now that church lady, Clydiva, and Lady Snoop herself on them phone calls have pretty much said, I did it. Y'all gonna just let Benzone hang out there? It's okay to just accuse people? Why do we want to blame Beasley? And again, I'm gonna bring Beasley up because Benzone ain't the only one. Vic done blame Beasley. Beasley, Beasley, Beasley. Beasley, Beasley, Beasley. And Beasley ain't do a damn thing. But yet, y'all still want to hold on to that. Knowing good and well now that this woman has pretty much admitted what she did. And the thing that bothers me is the attacks, the gang up, all of this stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, you all, it's almost more difficult not insulting and roasting and gagging folk than being true. It seems like truth puts you in a worse predicament than roasting and gagging people. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be very honest. See, when we did all of that roasting and gagging and all of that playing and all of that stuff, we weren't really paying attention to stuff because we was too busy trying to get the next roast and gag guy, you know? But when you're not roasting and gagging, and when you're not going back and forth with people and insulting people, and when you step back and you start looking at evidence and you start being very, oh, y'all, hold on, I got a phone call. No, I'm sorry. I had to actually take a phone call. You know, I gotta take phone call. Had to take a phone call. So somebody said Vic Damone is the black sector. Kenola when it comes to telling the truth or not. So I'm back. No, 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 I'm back. So you all I'm gonna say is a lot of this can have been avoided if people would have said I misspoke or and now, and I don't know if this is true or not, but they're saying that Snoop was working with these people, and Clydiva said that she was getting information from people, and so it's a lot. It's a lot. I've only heard what Clydiva said, and again, the things that she said, I could, you listen to it, but it's the things that was said on tape, and what I heard on tape is, I sent it. She crazy enough to put it up on the community board. That's her issue, and it's almost like Snoop is saying, "I'm taking no responsibility for it." And the thing is, Tracy's page was taken down because this stuff was put up, and this is the thing that gets me. Snoop, when were you gonna tell somebody you did this? Were you gonna ever tell anybody you did this? You know, um, yeah, were you ever gonna tell anybody? Were you just gonna leave this and not say anything? Because it's out there that, and I'm listening to you. So were you gonna say nothing and let Benz take the fall for it? What does that say about you? What does it say about you? I mean, because Benz was being accused of this, and you were gonna let Benz take the fall. And all I'm saying, YouTube beef sector in 2024, go back to the real deal at hand. Don't let people take you off the topic. If the topic is what it is, then get back to it. When people start cussing and coming for people's characters and just really trying to do those ad hominem attacks, then you need to stand back and watch. Because at the end of the day, you can attack, you can say whatever you want to. I'm just interested in the truth. I don't have anything against Tracy. And I'm not shading or doing anything with Tracy because that was tried. I'm seeing little things being put out to cause more distraction. But the only thing that bothers me is that Lady Snoop sent these pictures. She doesn't want to take any accountability for it, and then Tracy's page get taken down. And I'm just like, wow. And other people had these pics, but they did not share them. They were like, no. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We should have learned a lesson from the J Dunn situation with Bambi and Intrinsic. Putting folks stuff up there like that ain't it's not it's not wise. It's not wise because they gonna take your page. And for some reason, y'all, I don't have nothing against Lemon, but that Lemon story wasn't doing me because it seems like it was a whole effort to get people off of the real deal. Let me go. And again, I haven't really dealt with a whole lot of stuff. But Vic, you were wrong. And then you tried to come on my page and backpedal. I spoke to Beasley. Even if you spoke to Beasley and Beasley said, I did it, what Snoop has done and how it happened, I would question Beasley because now I'm saying, Beasley, man, you trying to get some clicks and views. But Beasley didn't do it. Beasley didn't do it, Vic. But you do not want to apologize, and you're not going to apologize because this is where we are these days. This is where we are. Beasley didn't do a darn thing but be Beasley. Then Vance was accused. And this is what gets me. I never heard Shelley, and I'm being real, I've never heard Shelley say anything disparaging. The only thing she said is that was not said to me, that was not told to me. And Shelley wound up bringing out receipts proving that that was not said. And then Tracy comes back and said, no, it wasn't Ben. So I don't understand why Ben's was such a focus and people were so fixated on that. And it doesn't make sense. And because I'm saying this doesn't mean I'm against you. What I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I am not that roasting, gagging. No, I'm stepping back, listening, and looking. Lady Snoop, when this thing first started off, I didn't even think, I was very, very questionable of what was going on. I'm like, are y'all sure? Because people said Lady Snoop did. I'm like, no. I listened to that recording 4 times and I still didn't say it was that because I'm like, the only thing I asked is why you have to be accountable for something. And those are I asked 3 questions. Why do you have to be accountable if you didn't do anything wrong? You sounded like OJ over there, if I did it. And so it was a couple of things that I'm like, it don't sound right. Then I heard you in the car, and then I was even more convinced. And then what sent it over the edge was when the church lady came over and pretty much typed in that you did it because you talked to her after you did it. And church lady said, I don't have nothing to do with that. But she said you did it. And she was your ace boon cool. And we verified that it was the real church lady. And then what Clydiva posted today and what we heard. And I do believe that you're very nervous because now MU has solid, credible evidence that can not only affect you, it can affect Tracy and a whole lot of other people. And this could have been circumvented had someone said, you know what? I'm sorry, I misspoke. But all of these sources getting folk in trouble. And obviously, these sources are not the right sources because if they were, we wouldn't be in this position right now. People who I know, people who I'm cool with, all of a sudden now, I'm not your enemy, but I think I am. But I'm gonna tell you, this tells me to tell you, stay out of mess. If you don't know, step back and say, let me look at this because I could be wrong. I like you, but I like the truth more. And I'm not going to be hanging on the string, looking like Boo Boo the Fool out here and fighting for something that ain't right. Now, say what you want about me, but Snoop admitted that she did it. And you, folk have been attacking Shelly, me, all of these people, questioning. I'm not in Shelly's camp. I'm not doing this. And I know how you think, but I'm not. Because if Shelly evidence was refuted and you all had stronger evidence, I would have said, Shelly, what's wrong? It don't seem like it's lining up. But when we wrong and when stuff ain't right and when stuff ain't adding up, what do? We go attack people. Instead of saying, hey, I messed up, I'm sorry, what we do, attack people. And then we prolong this thing over and over again. And I hope y'all learn it. Just get the thing right. So many questions. Snoop, when were you going to tell folk that you sent it? Because again, we wouldn't have known had not all of this stuff come out, and I don't think you would have said anything. You would have sat right there and let it play all out. It's no loyalty, ain't no friends on YouTube. A lot of people like, well, why Clydiva had to record her? Clydiva ain't no friend. Well, she talking about everybody, and if Clydiva wouldn't have recorded her, would y'all believe Clydiva? Would you have believed Clydiva? Look, it's all about truth. I've seen a lot of diversion tactics. Uh, we're gonna do the lemon thing, and we're gonna do the. But the thing is, it would not go away. And now we know what really happened. And a lot of people really need to apologize to people, but I don't think it's gonna happen because I don't think some of these people are capable of apologizing. Some of these people don't even think they did anything wrong. Let me say something, Joyce. We don't have a problem yet, and we're not going to have a problem because as soon as we do, I'm done. But Joyce, I I don't appreciate you saying that I let Shelly talk about your daughter, and I think you're really upset with that. But I didn't. I want you to take ownership that you said some disparaging, ugly stuff about Shelly. Shelly came back and shot right back at you, and then really said that your daughter has issues with you. You didn't say anything about your daughter. And see, Joyce, we have gone down this road a couple of times, and I don't know that if you don't see the whole picture or don't see the big picture, but when I was hearing Shelly, Shelly was pissed. And when I said I don't need to know about your chicken boxes and you ain't have no food and stuff, we didn't need to know about that, Joyce. I didn't want to know about that. But Joyce, you've been in here long enough to know that when you start attacking people, people are going to attack you. And it sounds like Shirley was pretty hurt because I'm listening to her online and she can't understand why, y'all done been through all of this and all of a sudden she's some bad guy and all of this so on and so forth. I guess I was supposed to be on y'all team because I like you and Kimmy. And because I said Shelley had the evidence, that means I was Team Shelley. No, it meant Shelley had evidence. You came up on my platform, Joyce, and said, see, she was talking to Noble and da 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 da, and see, because how would she know that and all of that? And I'm listening to you, and then Shelley comes right back with Noble and confirms that that's not the case. What do you do with that? Because the man is saying that, no, I didn't. You didn't want to talk it out. You just left. And you typed all in the platform and stuff. I have not said anything disparaging about you, Joyce, even through all of this situation. Joyce, folk have come for you. I'm never going to forget the infamous makeup situation. And they said you were stealing the folk money. And I don't think we think about things. It's not personal. It's not personal. But one thing I am not doing in 2024 is just going with it because I like you. That's not enough. A lot of people have been hurt. I like Vic, but I wasn't gonna go with it. Y'all know I don't care for Beasley. Y'all know Beasley came up here and acted the fool, and he don't like same gender loving folk. But even with me not liking that aspect about Beasley, I'm not gonna let you sit here and say that man did something he didn't do. And Vic, you could not prove it. You talked all around it, but you couldn't prove it. So me liking you don't have nothing to do with the truth. Because even though I don't care for Beasley, I'm not going to sit here and go along with it and say, oh, yeah, Beasley probably did do that. I'm not even going to do that. Ken, I don't have a problem with you, Ken, but you sat here and tried to discredit what Shelley and Noble said. You said that Noble told you this and this and this, but at 1:41 a.m. in the morning, we see that you done sent Noble a text talking about trolling Shelley. So it's almost like you trying to plant evidence in the back seat. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with you, but I'm not going to sit there and go with that. And I'm finding out that y'all want folk to go with stuff that they shouldn't be going with. I mean, if you don't go with this and go with this, then we ain't cool and you ain't loyal. And Lord, I'm a ride and live with you, but I'll be damn if I ride and die with you. And this is what I'm pulling from this. Don't you think that people in them members only don't be hitting me, telling me what y'all done said? That's why I know what you done said, because somebody in your members only done told me. Baby, there are some people who are ethical even in your members only. And just because you put it in your members only, that don't mean it's not going to get to the general public. But you know what? I still don't hate you. I still love you. I still love you with the love of Christ. But what I'm not going to do is lie. What I'm not going to do is go with stuff because we cool. And because then that means you using me. So let me say this. Don't tell me shit. If you are going to do wrong, don't tell me nothing. Because I'm not going with it. And you better stop telling people stuff too. Because, baby, people produce valid receipts. And y'all did not produce valid receipts. You produce receipts of y'all talking about people, but that was not the receipt that we was looking for. Y'all produced a dress receipt, and it all lined up until we found out the store was Belt Lenses and not Dillard's. Baby, you cannot use a Belt Lenses receipt for a Dillard's purchase, and it ain't. Baby, that's what y'all was trying to do, and it did not work. And these people are seeing it, and y'all getting mad because people are seeing it. And I'm sorry. And if it means that y'all don't like me, then damn it, don't like me. But one thing you gonna say is, if you got a receipt, I'm gonna say, baby, let me tell you something. You can be mad at me today, but if somebody say XYZ and your receipt is valid, I'm gonna say, you know what? Even though they done cuss me out, even though they done call me everything but a child of God, that receipt is valid. That receipt is valid. See, it's not about liking you. It's not about, oh, you're my friend. It's about the receipt. It's about the evidence. I don't know. I've been watching Murder, She Wrote, and Jessica has a lot of friends, but sometimes Jessica gotta turn in her friends. Sometimes Matlock gotta turn in his friends and stuff because they know Matlock and they don't, come on, Matlock, you know me, I'm sorry. And Matlock gotta say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Maybe if you would have caught me mid 2023 2022, 2020, 21 during the COVID and all of that stuff, baby, I would have been right there. But baby, it's 2020, 2024. I am going on 54 coming up next month. 54. I don't have time to be lying. I don't. So don't bring no lies. I'm always gonna scrutinize it. Vic, Vic, this is for you, Vic. I don't need no Rachel Maddow dissertation if you don't have no valid receipts. All you just did was talk. And Vic, you could not prove that that man sent that. And you really do owe Beasley apology. I'm sorry. And you tried to say, well, he told me and I spoke to Beasley. Now you spoke to Beasley. Now there's a video of it. Baby, and see, that's what happened. When your story, it take legs. It take legs and stuff that ain't mentioned all of a sudden pop into it. And then I started hearing that people had other sources. Who was these sources? Well, my source. Well, who is the source? Because baby, they tainted your water like that Flint water. Okay, maybe they stopped getting that water from Detroit and started getting it from Flint, and it started getting contaminated. All of this evidence planting and setting people up and lining people up, coming for Ness, talking about Ness. I'm like, what Ness got to do with this? I mean, but people who don't have nothing to do with it and lining everybody up. And really, to be honest, I really wasn't even thinking about Lady Snoop because Lady Snoop is really not a force over here. She come over here when she come over here. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you'll see Snoop. You don't see Snoop over here every day. So nobody wasn't even thinking about that. The only thing Snoop was really known for was the Thomas Sotomayor stuff and the John Cato and MU stuff. Baby, that's much place she got over here. Oh, when she sat in that yard waiting for that police. When she sat in that yard waiting for that police officer. Okay, that's the only. Baby, them a couple of Snoop things that I remember. But Snoop is not always over here, so nobody went really. But then Clydiva went on over and boom, this is what happened. So what y'all think? And like I said, I look. I don't hate nobody, Joyce. I don't hate you. I don't. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But I just think there's some apologies in order. Do I think they're gonna happen? No, I don't. But Benz and again, I'm with Shelly now. What was the fixation with Benz? Are y'all trying to line her up? And then Clydiva said that these people already was talking to each other. So again, I had said it prior. I'm like, were y'all trying to take the heat off of Snoop? Was somebody doing some offensive blocking so somebody could run a touchdown and y'all just blocking? I mean, because it was really odd. And I'm like, why is Benz the fixation here? It all started that Benz and MU was dating. And then all of a sudden, MU sent Benz some pictures. And then all of a sudden, them pictures crept on over. And then Benz was a whole picture collector and exporter, importer. And Ben said, I ain't saying nothing. And then people claiming that, yes, you did. And folk, no, you didn't. And then when we found out, no, you didn't, but people still went with it. And then you hear Clydiva telling Snoop that if Kimmy would have been quiet, we wouldn't have had this issue. And now I'm hearing Snoop say the same thing about Tracy. And it's just a vicious cycle of mess. Chosen one, we'll discuss that later on, but we're not on that. And which Democrats are you talking about? Are you talking about the Dixiecrats? Are you talking about, because the Republicans used to be the party? Are you talking about log cabin Republicans? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about the Trump Republicans? Please be specific, because chosen when you make no sense. Again, be specific. There are different types of Democrats, and we got to go through history. But anyway, moving right along. What's up, straight out of a storyline? So what do y'all think? And like I said, I'm not here. You didn't hear me malign one person. You didn't hear me call one person out of their name. I'm just saying what the evidence has presented. And also, Clydiva said she has more recordings and more text messages. F stop. I don't see. I don't deal with. See again. I don't deal with uppities because people like uppity. She's about, I'm not here to put people's mug shots and all of that stuff. I'm not here to do that. And again, when people got problems with their own and got CPS coming to their house like a pizza delivery person, they shouldn't be doing that. They shouldn't be doing that. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I don't I don't endorse that kind of behavior. Twilight, I think a lot of that is going on. And I don't know why, but let me say this. I don't care who's gassing who up. I don't know if that's to be true or not. That could be. I'm not here to say. All I'm saying is doing that does not take away the issue at hand. You all accused a person of doing something and they did not do it, and the person who did it has come forward and the evidence has proven that person has done it. And so, you know, what they need to be gassing up is an apology to Benzone. But I don't know. But let me say this. Let me say this. I already know what people said. Again, the members only, people will tell me, people think that members only is like a secret thing, and no, and that's why I came on this morning. Yeah, I don't do no doxing. I think that's crazy. I'm not playing those games. I'm not playing those games. But what is this? Let me tell you what this is really giving me. Now all of this is coming out. It's about divide and conquer. Us against them. Us against them. We know we did wrong. We know that we accused someone. The evidence has come out. The evidence has come out. But instead of handling it and being like we need to be, we're going to go with it. And now we're going to attack people who do it. And we're going to get a gang of people who attack people because for whatever reason, they probably didn't like them in the first place. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start attacking now. And yeah, we're going to gas some people up to do this. You could be right. I'm not saying you are. You could be. But I don't care how much you gas up. I don't care how much Snoop did it because she admitted it. Benzone didn't. Beasley didn't. And let me say this. They tried to paint Shelly as crazy. And she don't know this. And she crazy as cat pee. Okay. Crazy don't have nothing to do with that evidence, though. I don't care if Shelly shake 550 bottles. Oh, Shelly and Jay in it together, and they working behind the scenes. Nobody ain't working behind the scenes. Nobody don't have to work behind the scenes when we see the evidence putting right there. Nobody don't have to work behind the scenes when Snoop is out here talking and Clydiva is dropping tea and dropping receipts. Nobody ain't behind those scenes, but y'all didn't have the evidence. And you took it personally to think I was attacking you, which I wasn't attacking you. You just didn't have strong evidence. And the subs do keep up a lot of mess. And that's why you got to look at the evidence. Who sent it? Why was it sent? Look, you can say whatever you want about Clydiva. Now people calling Clydiva slut. They done called her everything but a child of God. But you can't say them recordings ain't baby, them slutty recordings definitely telling it. Them slutty text messages are definitely receiving because it's this real time and it's exposing some stuff. And folk don't like that. You messing up images. You messing up these things. And what we'll do is attack you. And I hope that's not what people are doing, but you just watch, just watch. I see it already now. I see the lineup. I see the people who are getting together. I see what they're trying to do. And this is what we're going to do. And the bottom line is it's not going to take away the lie. It's not going to take away the truth. The truth has already been revealed. The truth has been revealed. It has been revealed. No, let me say this. You could never. Lady Snoop said that. See, Lady Snoop and Clydiva was going in on Kimmy because Kimmy was doing a lot of talking, blaming Benzone, but they knew already that it wasn't Benzone. But then you hear Kimmy say, Shelly, if she would have been quiet and da da da, this was none of her business. But again, Shelly, like, it is my business because I know this and da da da. So I'm hearing all of these people saying, if you would have been quiet, if you would have been quiet, if you would have been quiet. I'm just hearing that common thread of if you didn't say nothing, then we wouldn't have had an issue. That's what I'm hearing. And my thing is, had not these folks said anything, Snoop would have been right doing what she was doing, and now she's been revealed, and it's not cool because now people gonna look at you like, really? Now look, I'm not getting in nobody's marriage. It ain't none of my business. I don't sleep with people. I don't. Ain't none of my business. I'm sticking at the thing at hand. Let me tell you something. I'm sticking at what at that hand. Now, what that lady do in her bedroom with her husband, that's their business. I don't know. Maybe they have an arrangement from 10 to 4. She on YouTube, and then the rest of the time, and then she come on intermittently. I don't know. They might have a schedule. I don't know. I just don't. That, like, because I mean, Clyde was talking about somebody was a secret lesbian, and they was a stud. See, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about no stud and all of that stuff. All I know is somebody is feeling the heat now because again, and I will say, I saw MU up in that room typing, and Clydiva said, if you need this girl, call me. So I don't know what MU is gonna do. I don't know. But I will say to MU, now I hope you see that you can't blame everybody for having pictures and sending pictures because everybody was sending your pictures. You know who's sending your pictures now. That was a California thing, girl. It seemed like all of this stuff goes back to California. All roads, all erosions, all floods, and all earthquakes lead to California because it seems like all of this stuff is in California. Don't Snoop live in California, California. Don't Clydiva live in California, California. Don't MU live in California? So, baby, do not come to the Midwest. Don't come to the Southwest. And don't come to the East Coast. Girl, keep that right on up in California. Now, the people who disseminated it, that's y'all business. That's all I'm going to say with that. You know what, Rodney? I'm not cool with anybody. Mm-mm. I'm not cool with anybody. I'm not an enemy of people. I'm cool with Kimmy. I don't have a problem with Kimmy because this is not personal. But evidence sometimes make you uncool. And I'll put it that way. So I don't know. I'm not looking to be cool. I'm not looking to be in somebody's group. I'm not looking to be in an alliance. I'm just looking for the truth. And now what can we learn from this? There are no friends on YouTube. We have learned that Lady Snoop was friends allegedly with the church lady. Now we see that Lady Snoop talked about the church lady like a dog. According to the church lady, Lady Snoop said that she was trying to take her man. And church lady said, I thought you was just trying to get the man to record, man. I wasn't trying to get with that man like that. First lady said, I got a whole husband. And Clydiva said she's been talked about. So there are no friends on YouTube. If you can't say it on YouTube, then don't say it to the person. I'm just being real. If you haven't said it already, don't, baby, because baby, people will bring it back. Make sure when you text that you can stand by your text. Because baby, people hold text as well. And I got a few texts, but like I said, I ain't like these people because I'm not dropping stuff and popping people, and I'm not trying to do that. We've learned something. I've learned get it right before it gets wrong. If you done said something or misspoke or you lied or you misspoken or whatever you want to call it, get it right because this little piece of miscommunication has spread. So many, baby, so many stories done popped off this. They said that Lemon girlfriend popped off on this. They said it was a deflection. So they said all of these people was trying to deflect from what was really going on. And again, the question still hasn't been answered. Why was Ben targeted? What was the fixation with Ben's? Who was this source? And because now we know it's not. Shelly, you gonna expose me? Girl, you know we in a conspiracy. And I'm not even playing with that, y'all, because again, I don't have time to be in conspiracies with people. You know, yeah, the truth is the truth, baby. And these people are doing a lot. So that's all I really have to say. Clydiva said a lot. She really did. Clydiva was doing some reading, and I just kept my mouth shut. I'm like, oh, I just want to hear the stuff because honey, Clydiva went in and did a few readings and stuff. I'm like, oh God, and she did it slow, and it was like, oh Jesus, just she said a lot of stuff. I was more interested in the recordings that she had and some things that she said was said to her. She even alluded to the fact that people were working together, and she was telling folk, "Be careful, because these people working together." Again, I wouldn't know who working together because I'm not in that fray. I don't do that kind of stuff. So, what do you all think? I look. What do you all think? What do you all think? Do you all think that Clydeva's evidence and what Shelley has put out, do you all think that it's solid? Do you think that there are flaws in their evidence? I mean, what do you all think? What do you think now that you've seen everything that has been presented? What do you think? I mean, Clydiva mentioned Pizarro, which is interesting. It was a lot of stuff mentioned, baby. And Clyde Diva was telling folk who don't like folk. And see, I really don't know. It ain't no friends on YouTube, so it ain't even about liking now. You always need to be aware of what's going on. But what do y'all think? What's up, JLC? I want to know y'all opinion. I'll wait. I'll wait. What y'all think? Do y'all think Clydeva's evidence is faulty? Do you think that they tampered it? I mean, tampered with it? I mean, do you all think that people are just coming down on folk? I mean, what do y'all think about this? I mean, you can enjoy the spotlight. That don't mean that you did it, though. See, that's the whole thing. I understand y'all said that Benz enjoyed the spotlight, but Benz didn't do this. And Benz has always claimed that she didn't do it. So sometimes you get the spotlight and you ain't looking for the spotlight. Sometimes people will thrust you in it yeah. It's always like Jessica Fletcher. Folk leave the crime scene and they really point it towards that person because they want you to look at it and say, oh, this is the person that committed the crime. But no, 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 no. There's some other things, baby. There's some other things going on. Yeah, yeah. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's what I think. Okay. All right. Child Clydiva gave Reed some shout outs. Clydiva gave Reed, the Heart of Philadelphia, some shout out. Lord Jesus, honey. I'm like, okay. I am gonna give Reed her props though. Reed said I done Reed said no, it wasn't Reed. 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 Okay, Sally O'Malley. It wasn't Reed. It was Demeter Lit all day. So you know Demeter Lit all day don't get along with Reed, the Heart of Philadelphia. So Demetra Lit all day said Reed act like she had something real deep. She said all I found out was Shelly them bored and they talk about people and they bored. She said I don't know why Reed acting like she got some hot sizzling tea. Maybe that thing was funny. But that's what Demetra Lit all day got out of it. I'm in the JW community laughter shade, Petty Reed. Okay, Sally, man, I ain't even reading people. Foxy Brown said, let no stone be unturned. And you all, I was up to believe Vic because Vic sounded very convincing with Beasley, but Vic ain't had no concrete evidence. Vic talking about something in 1979 and then in 1980. Then he was going through a whole timeline. I'm like, okay, Vic, but what it got to do with Beasley? Did you see the man actually hit the? And this is why I was asking Tracy. Did you have a return email on it? I mean, what kind of email? Did it have Beasley on there or B on there somewhere? No. So again, how you know? And then he said Beasley told him. Then he said it was a source that told him. I'm like, Vic. And you know Vic want to be April Maddow. I'm like, okay, Vic. Okay, just get to the point. You could never, I guess they haven't. Then they said something about Olivia the Oracle. I don't know if Olivia the Oracle was asking hard hitting questions. You just read what Rico? What you talking about, Rico? I ain't say nothing about Rico. I ain't say nothing about Rico. They said Olivia Oracle. I don't know if she was asking hard hitting questions. I didn't go over there and look, but they said people's on Olivia platform and stuff. And my thing is, you gotta have the evidence. And this is the thing: if Shelly had those text messages, that means you have the text messages. See, that's the one thing about text messages. Because if Shirley was lying, or if Clydiva were lying, in the case of Lady Snoop, all they would have to do is show the unedited text messages to dispute what was said. And that's the whole thing. Because if Shelley has those text messages, then I know Kimmy has the text messages. If Clydiva has the text messages, I know that Lady Snoop has the text messages. So if they're not completely telling the truth or it's not in context, y'all have the text messages. Now, if you said something, and let me say why a lot of people don't put in a text message too, because they done said stuff about other people. They done said stuff about other people. And I know if you talk about other people like a dog with me, you'll talk about me. Let me say that again for the people in the back seats. If you talk about other people to me, you will talk about me to other people. I've always believed that. So my thing is, I'm sure Shelly again has the same text messages because they were corresponding with each other. I'm sure Lady Snoop has the same text messages as Clydiva. But you should compare them. Compare them. And I'm gonna leave it at that. It's not I'm against people. I'm against people. It's that you can't play in folk faces. Now, I don't know about y'all, Let me say this to F stop. See, again, get at Tracy for posting the pictures. I think that's what MU may do. And I mentioned that because see, this is where I believe Joyce said that I came for Tracy because I said that Snoop used Tracy. And I believe that Snoop is no friend of Tracy. She used Tracy. Tracy posted those pictures, and what happened? Paige came tumbling down like the walls of Jericho. We know what happened, and we know what could happen. Y'all, I'm not silly. I'm not dumb. I am not dumb at all. But one thing Tracy did do is say that Benz didn't send those pictures. See, so whether she put them up or not, she did say Benz didn't send the pictures. Go ahead, Shelley.
So I just wanted to say this real quick. I ain't gonna stay up here too long. Now I know a lot of times people say that nobody's innocent and stuff like that, but I just want to add this as far as those messages that were passed around and stuff like that. Do you know that everybody's number got leaked? Do you know
What
that
do you mean everybody's number got leaked? What do you could you put that in context? What's going on?
everyone in that okay, so the WhatsApp group, the messages, I don't have a problem with Reed having the messages. Somebody in the group decided to give it to Reed because messages were being read, and they were only certain messages were being read, not all in a whole or whatever. But
So, I got a question. What is a WhatsApp group, and who was in the WhatsApp group? Or, I mean,
WhatsApp is it's really no different than like texting. I use it because I have family out of the country, and so I don't have to pay. Like if I call them, and if you have
hmm
like a WhatsApp, then you don't have to pay for like international calling.
okay. So you said
Um,
that somebody got the WhatsApp thing, or the group, or what have you. So,
they were given to a content creator that was not in the group, that has nothing to do with what's going on, right?
hmm
Um, the guy in Baltimore, he received a copy of the
now is
WhatsApp
he in your
message.
WhatsApp group?
No, he wasn't in the group, but
So,
he was given the messages.
I'm gonna be messy. I'm gonna be messy. You don't have to answer, but who in the beef sector was in the WhatsApp group? Because my thing is, now if something is given to somebody who was in the group, then I'm questioning then what motive did they give it for? Um,
They
because
gave it to that person to, I guess they thought it was going to make me go off the ledge.
okay, hold on
Like
for a minute.
everybody
Somebody
knows
said
that
the
me and him don't
WhatsApp
see each
message
other.
docs people's info. Isn't that against the law?
Yes. And so everybody's phone, like I've been pretty much keeping my phone off. Two other people that was in the group, that everybody's getting people playing on their phone. So I know that people find this stuff funny or whatever like that, but it's really not. It's really not. Cause I didn't show
Let me
one of
say
them
let me
the
say this,
number.
rich crackers. No, you need to look at her intent. You need to look at her intent. You got to look at the intent. And that's all I'm going to say. But at the end of the day, I'm not a judge, but it depends on what MU does. So let's get back to this WhatsApp. So Shelley,
Mm-hmm.
somebody shared this WhatsApp with somebody who wasn't in it. And then
Yeah,
you,
let
so
me
what
let
I'm
me
hearing
finish
you
going.
say is that people's
Mhm.
phone numbers were still on there and it was leaked. So
Yes,
pretty much
because
they
there was
doxed people.
right. Because there was 150 text messages, right? So I know it's time consuming if you go and scratch out like the name or the number or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
the weird thing to me is, I'm just gonna call it flat out. Joyce gave those messages to Kimmy. Kimmy wasn't even in the group.
Well, I
Kimmy
got a
then,
question. I got a question. How do you know it was Joyce? Now, how many people in the beef set? And I'm just asking these questions because, again, I'm always going to ask questions because if you make an accusation, my question is, how do you know, or what makes you feel that?
the only two people in the so-called beef sector that was in that group was myself and Joyce. The other one, two, whatever people, they're not even content creators.
Okay. And who
And
received this WhatsApp?
so Joyce then took the messages, she then gave them to Kimmy, and Kimmy then gave them to SB. And
So
then
how do
he,
you know? So do you, are you, my goodness. So are you sure? How do you know that Kimmy gave them to SB?
well, well, I mean, maybe Joyce did, but they so-called don't like each other, so I'm just assuming that that's the way. And so you hear me saying assuming that's the way he got them, um
So you're saying that Sean
but
is not a
Joyce is
part
the
of this
one that gave.
WhatsApp group. Just you and
Absolutely
Joyce are a
not.
part of the WhatsApp group, but all of a sudden SB got all of this stuff, and then somehow it got in the hands of Reed, if I'm not mistaken.
No, no, no. Somebody separately gave it to Reed, which is not a problem. Reed didn't. I just want to put this out here and be clear. Reed didn't do anything that was wrong. What happened is once Sean Bradley started putting the messages out, he was only putting messages for me. So it kind of looked at one-sided. So because they couldn't reach me, because my phone was off, they decided to, well, one person decided to give all the messages to Reed and just let her read it all and put it all out there, which when they told me about it, I didn't really have a problem with it because I was like, well, they felt that Reed would be fair and that Reed would just read what it was, not add nothing extra to it or whatever. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of this thing
Well,
is
I will say this, Shelly. I don't have Joyce here to dispute or what have you. This is your word against hers.
yeah,
You said that you and Joyce were the only ones. You said the other people weren't content
they're
creators.
not content creators. And the thing is, I already know that she would deny it because she's already saying that Kimmy got the messages from somebody else. No, she didn't. You know?
Well,
Um,
how can you prove it, Shelly? Though that's the thing. My thing is this: I don't have to be a content creator to send something. If I know an email address,
well,
or
yeah,
if I
that's true. But I'm telling you that
because that's where I'm going with it. Because
yeah,
again, I know that you all are content creators, but just because I'm a content creator, that doesn't mean that I don't have capability to get somebody's email to send it. Because I could
right.
easily not be a content creator, be
Oh
messy,
yeah, I know
and
that
send it.
much.
Because
I know that much.
we had we had moles on the ship. So again, I just say that I'm
I
not
agree.
saying that your reasoning is not thought out, but my thing is the concrete proof, because it's almost like the Vic thing again. I can
Mm.
understand though you and Joyce are the only content creators, but if there's someone who may be familiar with some of the people in the B sector, it could be a possibility that they could do it. So my thing is, you know, do you know for sure if Kimmy and Sean had them or just Sean?
No, Kimmy and Sean both had them. And I guess the
Okay.
I guess the agreement was going to be that he wasn't going to put out anything that Joyce has said in the group, and then that's why they ended up giving the receipts to Reed, saying like, "Well, here you go, here's everything." You know what I'm saying? So, and my point of even saying all that, I don't really care about what was said and who's given. I don't care about none of that.
Mm.
But all I'm saying is, when you do that and you pass around um people's number and stuff like that to a person that one wasn't a part of the conversation,
Right.
and then you're giving out other people's numbers, and now every single person, well, I can't speak on Joyce and what's going on with her, but what I can say is that other people in that group, every single person's phone is ringing, ringing, ring, 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 with people playing on the phone.
Wow.
Mm,
Would you like to
okay.
read that? And thanks for
Go,
having me.
you go ahead and read it, girl. Hold on, and Shirley, I'm gonna be back. I done enlarged my screen, and I seem like I can't get it back. Oh, yes, I did. I just got it back. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, Deidre.
So it says, I Google, is it illegal to share WhatsApp messages? And then it goes into, as you are a part of the conversation, you can share it. However, it would not be lawful to screenshot someone else's WhatsApp conversation and to share them if you are not a party to the conversation. This would be a breach of confidentiality.
Okay, and like I said, I look. I'm hearing what Shirley is saying. I get it, but I'm almost like, and again, Shelly knows how I am this 2024. I'm
Right.
always gonna question, do you have the concrete evidence? And if those people are not content creators, if they have access to somebody's email, or they know these
Mhm.
people's emails, like the moles who are on the ship, they could easily report back. I'm not saying that your thoughts are not valid, but again, fair is fair. And unless you have something concrete,
Yeah, I mean, I
or
don't have a problem with you having an open
yeah,
mind,
yeah,
and
unless Sean
but I
Bradley
don't
say,
have a
yeah,
problem with
Joyce or Kimmy
post
sent it to
that.
me, or yeah, go ahead,
Right.
Shelly, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to get upset with you, feeling that way. But I just say, when people are doing a lot of this stuff that they're doing, everyone can hold somebody's secret until you're sitting in court somewhere.
Right.
Okay. And that's when everybody starts to, and like I said, I've been just starting to look into some stuff. I've been very intentional in everything that I do. Right. So I just wanted to say that,
Okay.
I don't think
Well,
that's
hold on for a
funny.
minute, Shelly. Don't go nowhere. Deidre, what are your thoughts on all of this stuff that's going on?
It's why I dipped, because like I said, a couple years ago I started making doxing war videos because people were coming after me, I was coming after them, clap back. But when it's all illegal, I was like, why, what is this? Why are you attacking me? Just because I had a wrench somewhere? I didn't get it. So I started doing my research. I think it's the same, if not worse. You can't do that. And
Yeah.
here, so that was a Google. Here's the actual website of WhatsApp. Um, and it doesn't matter if it's juicy or you want to share it, or you can't. It is what it is. And here at the bottom, I searched all the way down. It said there is default privacy, meaning we are adult and you know better. No one can search for your phone number or read your personal messages. It's on the website. It's there.
Okay. Okay, I see
Yeah,
it.
I mean, for me personally, I just feel bad for the other people that was in the group and their numbers got leaked, um, and passed around.
How many people were in the group? Or you don't have to answer that
No, I don't have
question.
a problem telling you. Hold on, let me, because I don't want to tell a lot. So hold on, let me count. Let me count.
Well, Beetlejuice Brown,
Five people.
It's
5
called
people.
self-defense. If somebody come after me, I'm a whole soldier up in here. I'm coming after you.
Okay. The church lady TM, what did you post? You said I posted the receipt. What did you post the receipt of? And Beetlejuice Brown, you said y'all both doxers though. Oh, okay. But what does that
What
have
that
to
got to
do
do with
with?
the price of tea in China?
Thank you. We know how to protect ourselves. Thank you. I
Okay.
accept that
I'm just
compliment.
asking because my thing is I see again,
We're supposed to lay down and get
all I
bloodied
can
up
say is
and
I
beat
just
up.
I just did what I would do to anybody. So
Right.
what I just did to Shelly, I did to be what's that boy named Vic? I did it to Ken. I'm asking the questions. How do you know? Now it's only 5 people in the app. So you have Shelly, you have Joyce, and then you have 3 other people. And the other people were not content creators. But again, I don't know. I mean, and that's it. So somebody said where the number 32 came from, Shelley.
32.
Okay, I don't know. In self
What are,
defense,
what are,
girl,
what are they
stop.
talking about? 32. I don't know what they're talking about. The number 32.
Okay. Well, Beetlejuice Brown, I tell you
Poor
what, if you got that
Beetlejuice.
concrete evidence,
Poor baby.
go ahead and share it. I mean, I'm
They
not
are
here to
mad.
argue. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm really not. I think some people look for an argument, but I'm really not here to argue with you. I'm
You're
here to say
mad.
that at the end of the day, Shelley said somebody got people's information that
Right.
was not, uh, you know, they didn't think it was going to happen to them, and people, I guess, shared information, and people didn't take the phone numbers off, and people are getting called and they're getting harassed, and
Right.
so that's what's going on. I mean, all of this other stuff, like I said, if you think Shelley is criminal and she did all of this stuff, then call the police department and deal
Exactly.
with it. But we're dealing with the now, and I understand you all, go to the past and she did this, but again, we're living in the now. We're talking about right here, right now, in this. And again,
Ain't
it's
my
always
YouTube
about
channel.
deflecting what happened then. I'm like,
Ain't
I'm really
my
not concerned about that. Why is Ben's being targeted? Why are people sharing people? I mean, is it retaliation with the WhatsApp? I'm just asking with the Snoop thing. And this is what I'm saying. People have had solid evidence. And it seems like instead of people bringing solid evidence, they're doing things like giving, going in private members only and disparaging people, talking about people. Shelley, do you got something on me? Because I heard that was said in the private meetings too.
Yeah,
And
well,
Shelley,
in the
what you got
meeting,
on me, Shelley?
okay, so what I had heard was I had heard that I was going to be exposing Jay Wilson,
oh,
and then I had heard that obviously he's scared of me because I got something on him. I don't know what that something is that I have on
Well,
him.
maybe the mole got it from the cruise ship.
ooh, child.
I don't know. I mean, but it's ridiculous. What I can say is that I am not concerned about going to court because I did something unlawful.
Right.
What I'm not concerned about is I didn't accuse something or somebody of doing something that they didn't do. See,
And when you call
that's it.
people
See,
doxers,
when it
you need
boils
proof.
down to it,
Right.
people said that Benz sent those pictures. And my
Mm-hmm.
question is, how do you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's still the question now. Now, Lady Snoop has been found to be the culprit. She's the person who admitted and we seen the text that she did this. So what do you do with Benz now? And instead of trying to attack that situation of how do I come and make this right, I see people busy attacking other people. And to be honest, I'm going to let you attack me. I don't have any problem with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to do the roasting and gagging. All I ask you to do is either provide ample, solid evidence that Benz did it, which we know is not, either give Benz an apology or just, like you said, be quiet and move on, because the thing is, I think people are worried about their image and all of this stuff,
Mm.
but do the
They
right
can't be
thing.
too worried when, meanwhile, doing all of those so-called secret lives or whatever, there's a whole nother person that went live today basically saying that they've been in contact with your mama and your grandmama.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna leave that
So
alone and see. And let me say this. Let me say this. I don't agree with that. I don't think anyone should be calling no one's family members and stuff. I don't care. You can cuss me out today, and I'm still gonna say it's wrong. Because wrong is wrong and right is right. And I just can't be wrong is wrong for some people and right is right for some people. It's wrong on either count.
All right.
This thing has taken a whole new thing. Hold on for a minute. Church lady, you said you posted it. What did you post, church lady?
Ooh, let's go and look.
Hold
And
on
I
for a
don't know if
minute.
she wants to come up. I can drop down because I know that's a whole
No, we got
segment.
more. Somebody said, church lady, hope you're doing well. If you're not in the group, you can't see it. I'm reading this. I'm doing well, YouTube camera. Thanks for asking. Not somebody but me. They said 32 is in. Okay. Well, I posted the receipt of Snoop admitting it. She said, kill two birds with one stone. That's admission. Okay. And somebody said Vince didn't do it. Okay. Jay Wilson Church lady posted some damning receipts. Woo child, Snoop, you've been honest with your friends. Church lady, it's on your somebody put church lady link on
You
here
want me?
because you
You
know
want
church
I
lady,
can
to
you
do
got
it.
you want to get to her you want to get to her community wall? Her
yeah,
could
You want to put it in the private chat?
you can put it in
are
the
you
private
subscribed to
chat.
her, Deidre?
Yeah, there you
I was
go.
gonna say maybe Deidre can. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you want me to
subscribed
pull
to
it
her as
up?
well. Yeah.
Uh-uh,
Oh,
baby, hold on. Hold on. Hold it down, Shelly. I'm going over there.
okay.
Ooh, child. Happy Valentine's Day. Hello, everyone in the chat. If I didn't say hello, I'm kind of under the weather. I've been partying too much.
You know what? We had snow here yesterday,
It's rainy.
and I got up and I was like, "Why in the heck do my body feel so stiff?"
Yeah,
Right? I looked out the window and it was snow
yeah.
everywhere, and
It's
so
it's
I've been
hideous.
trying to fight off like a little something like it's coming, and
I'm
I'm just
sick.
trying to um keep it
I, baby,
where it
I
needs to
saw it.
be.
I saw it, Shelly.
So what you see?
It's there clear as day.
What it
And let me
said?
say this. Let me say this. This is the same thing church lady said. Church lady said, I didn't have any problem with Tracy until she doxed my kids. And you see that church lady said that.
Yeah.
But you see it. And then they're talking about she on her backup channel. Child, let me tell you something. These people, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't, but it's not for
Well,
me
that's
to
what they
get.
do. They team up because they can't click their live button and gag and drag back and forth. So they team up behind the scenes.
Mm-mm-mm. So
Hmm.
church lady done posted the stuff on her community wall. So my thing is, if did Snoop and Benz do it at the same time? I'm just trying to ask a question, and I'm not trying to be funny. But see, this is the questions that I'm asking, and my thing is, just because I'm asking the question, that don't mean I'm against you. It's just, all I'm gonna say is, I think sometimes we let things go on. I don't know if it's for a clicker view not. I don't know if you didn't like Benz or not. I don't know. I really don't know.
But
But
how
my
did they
thing is,
get
you bear now. Let me say this. It's 2024, and I know in the scripture it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness." And my thing is, I know folk be loving Jesus and stuff. So how y'all be bearing false witness? I can understand if you misspeak or the information is not right, but when you find out that something that is not right,
Because they're
it's like,
playing with God.
okay, let me go ahead and rectify this situation.
I know how to remove myself. Retreat is a form of battle. I'm good with it.
Well, you could never. Maybe that's Ben's, but it may be you tomorrow. I mean, you just never know. And it's
Yeah.
not even about why we so concerned. It's about, as the YouTube beef sector, we should be in a new season of really looking at people's actions and
Right.
see what they're doing. Because again, a lot of people get duped and gooped, and they following personalities but not following truth. And I think that's
Mm.
the big thing here. I think that's what we're really trying to push out today. This is why I asked Shelly, how do you know this person did it? Da, da, da. Shelly gave us some hypothesis of how this could have happened, but until, if Joyce don't say I did it, or if Shelly don't have any electronic indication, or somebody don't say shit, Joyce did it, then we really don't know. So again, I'm not saying Joyce did it. Shirley's saying that she did, but I'm saying it could be a probability. But you don't have to be a content creator to send these things if you have access to it. And that's all I'm
Right.
saying. Fair is fair. Fair is fair is fair. Just like if somebody is doxing Kimmy, it ain't right. And they need to stop it. Because again, it may seem fun, but when it's your mama or your auntie or your cousins, you don't think it's too funny. So all I'm saying is put yourself in that person's shoes before we start, having a good kiki over it. When we first started the beef sector, it was 6 gun territory. I mean, it was
Child,
the
it was
wild wild west. But as
treacherous.
we get into a new season, we should be trying to do something different. Go ahead, Deidre.
It was treacherous. See, and it doesn't bother me when people, well, I don't even know if you're a person or we got faces up here, but anyway, when you say things like, well, you're a doxer, technically everyone is. It's how you use the information. Anybody can go pay, what is it, $16 to do whatever. Anybody
Let
can
me
go
say this
hire
though. Let me say this,
an
Deidre. It is
investigator.
2024. I done put old things behind me. Behold, all things are new. I have
Clean
learned from
slate.
those old things, but like I said, I am living in my present and I'm trying to do well for the future. And again, the only time that I use the past is for reference and some things that will make sense to what's going on now. I
Hmm.
mean, look, um, this is bearing false witness on somebody. And
Yeah.
now we're finding out that, and you see what silence will do? Silence
Yeah.
let people get away with stuff.
It's evil. Sometimes silence
Silence
is
will
more
allow people to
evil.
take your money out your check.
Right.
Until somebody speaks up and say you can't do this, then we'll let stuff happen. Baby, injustice happens because people don't say nothing. But when you
Yeah.
say something, then things get done and things get
And they
exposed.
weak. To me, that's weak. It's just weak. I can stand in mine, but
Now,
don't be in
Destiny,
my.
let me say this. Destiny, so y'all want me to say Tracy, 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 Tracy. What I did say is I think Tracy was used. She did put those pictures up. What happened to Tracy? Her page got snatched and she's on a backup page. What I don't understand is I wouldn't be up there catting and corralling with somebody who caused my page to get snatched down and who sent the picture, knowing and don't really care if my page get taken down or not. Long as her mission is done, that's all she cares about. So if that's what you want to hear me say, I'm saying it. But the biggest thing is, and I'm trying to get you all to understand, is somebody lied and there's a whole lot of lying going on and there's a whole lot of stuff, and Tracy is a part of that. But my focus is, again, let's get back to the point. Benz was accused of sending those pictures
Mm.
and people were being quiet, and they were going to let Benz take that fall, and they weren't going to
Right.
say not one nary word. And then
Right.
you all running over there talking about Benz did it. Yes, she did it. Yes, she did it. And now we're finding out that Benz didn't do it because we're so emotional and quick to jump on something without
And then
standing back
looking
and saying,
foolish.
okay, let me take a deep look at this and let me ask some questions. So again, you don't like Tracy? Fine. That's cool. That is cool. And she's gonna have to deal with some issues. It depends on what MU does. And I really feel badly because you hope people don't do that kind of stuff. And they do. So we can all learn lessons, but what I'm really concerned too with descending it. And then I'm looking at Lady Snoop because she's trying to say, well, I'm not responsible for it because I didn't put it up. But your intent was wrong because, as the church lady has said, you said you done killed two birds with one stone, meaning
Right.
that you had intent to do exactly what you were going to do.
And she would have never come to my channel for an interview because she know I would have been 100, 1,000 asking certain questions, fucking up her so-called genus.
Let me
Well,
say this,
no.
Destiny. There are corporates in all of this. All of this. All of this.
What is she trying to say though? I don't understand what
She
she's
uh,
trying.
she she wants me to continue to nail on Tracy
Oh,
and to continue to nail on
Tracy
Tracy.
posted the
But
picture.
baby,
So what?
but we're doing it. Let me say this too. Let me say this. Can I say something? Tracy ain't
Hmm.
never said she didn't post it.
Thank you.
Tracy didn't post it and say that Casper the Friendly Ghost posted it.
Thank
Tracy at least
you.
had the integrity to
She
say,
did it.
no,
She
Benz
said,
didn't
"Bam."
send it.
Okay. Tracy was Tracying. Okay, we used to that
Tracy
Tracy.
did exactly what Tracy did. She posted
Okay.
it and stood right
I'm
down
not
in it.
mad at Tracy.
And she
Sorry.
said what she said. See, the thing is, okay, yeah, she did do that. But did she lie and say she didn't do it?
No.
No. Did
Put
she
it up
lie and
on
say Benz
put it
did
up
it?
on her
No.
she put it on her community tab. She clicked live on that backup channel. She said, "We over here, y'all." Okay.
Child, these people, let me say this. All I'm going to say is at the end of the day, Benz
Thank
didn't do it.
God, Destiny. I talk about the
Benz
Bible,
didn't
so I'm
do it.
so happy
And
you
people
know
accused Benz of doing it. And then we found out who really did it. And that person wasn't going to say nothing and let Benz take the fall. Y'all people got to, we want you to talk about Tracy. Well, Tracy didn't lie. Tracy put the
that
pictures up. We saw her
Tracy
page
was
get taken
getting her
down.
get back. Tracy was on her get back.
We
That's what
saw her
Tracy
page
was
get taken down. So okay, and then she said Benz didn't do it. So okay, but
doing. And how
somebody
many
said
channels?
Benz did do it and didn't have to
And how
prove.
many
Then
channels
somebody said
plus
this. And this.
Tracy?
So again, you don't like her, and that's fine. But no, you ain't pushing me up in this corner talking about something you
Exactly.
ain't being fair. No, because Tracy ain't never lied about what she did.
That's
She
right.
did it, but she didn't lie about it.
Right.
She didn't lie about it. Ain't no selective morality. She didn't lie about it.
And she
Did
did it up
Benz
front.
lie? So is Ben supposed to say I did it? That's what you all wanted her to say. I did it because she was being pressured to. She was being pressured. So y'all wanted to say I did it. That's what y'all
Mm.
wanted. I don't understand what a selective morality is. Either she
No, what it
didn't or
is,
she did do it.
no, Jay, what it is you supposed to be acting like the other people that lie. And they mad because you ain't going along with it. That's what they mad
Now,
at.
hold on. Is Snoop possibly a snake? Yes, but let's not act like nobody else in the beef sector not possible snake. Well, we know that. We're witnessing this right now. Speak the
Hello.
truth always. We see it right now.
Duh.
But I tell you what, you ain't getting no cool la la pictures from me.
I know that's right.
You ain't getting nothing from me. You ain't seeing no crazy incriminating text from me. Have I sent some text? Yes, I have. But it sure ain't about this the little cool la la pictures and stuff and
We
saying,
all
oh
have.
yeah, you won't find it. So again, it ain't no selective morality and being on no high horse. It's just what it is right now.
And this person, sorry, MU, I'm not coming for you or nothing. She's not some innocent, sweet little cupcake. Can we please stop?
And Kate Gillespie, we didn't say that. See, you all are putting words in our mouth. We never said that. We just said she didn't lie about it. Just because she didn't lie about it, that don't mean she's not going to be implicated in anything.
Exactly.
So don't put words in our mouth. We didn't say that. And guess who? And the thing is, I'm not an MU fan, but baby, MU is sitting pretty right now. Because
Hmm.
whether she did it or not, you all, it's a lot of stuff dealing with harassment. And then it seems like lady, according to Clydiva and the church lady, it seems like that she just have issues with MU, and Don Cato and couldn't get over it. So
I'm
now
still
who's looking
after her.
obsessive?
Exactly.
Baby, y'all need to.
Now, MU did say they have
Now,
been in a 3-year relationship.
hold on. Listen to this. I'm reading these comments.
Mm.
No, that's not the goal. That is not the goal. Because you don't see me calling Joyce or Kimmy out of their name. All I say is if you have concrete evidence presented, that's what it's always been. But I want you to stop having selective morality because, again, people were on their membership talking about me like a dog and accusing me and accusing Shelley of having something over me because obviously a membership ain't for members only. So don't hit me with that bullshit talking about some it's circular. But no, because I've never attacked them. All I said is have concrete evidence. But I want you to address that, Beetlejuice Brown.
I
Address
don't
that.
think either one of us would be talking about them today had we not been the subject of conversation
Correct.
behind
So
that
I'm
wall
all in
today.
members only. And one thing about me, I'm not in members only. You're here right now to hear. Exactly what I'm saying. Not once have I called Joyce out of her name. Not once have I said anything
Yeah.
disparaging about Joyce. Not once. People want to talk about Kim and marriage. I'll be damned if I talk about that because it ain't none of my business. But the thing at hand is either Benz did it or she didn't. You said she did it. How did she do it? Where is the evidence? If you can't present the evidence, then how do you know? That's it. It ain't no selective nothing. Moving right
Mm.
along. Sally O'Malley said Tracy was hacked. Baby, I am cussing a little bit on Ash Wednesday. I am cussing a little bit.
Be a warrior. Okay.
Hold on, I'm reading these comments. I'm just being real. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, they may be on sex websites, but again, y'all throwing this stuff around. Okay, so let me say this: if it's on sex websites, then she shouldn't have no problem, man. Everything should be okay, and that's okay. We should be good because it's on a sex website, and you can just sit it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and she shouldn't have no problem. So no need to worry. Go ahead and tell them people y'all don't have no need to worry because they're already on other sex sites anyhow. Y'all don't have to worry about that. Okay. I mean, that's what they want. Look. That's what they say. It's on sex sites already and all of this stuff. So, I mean, Lady Snoop, you don't have nothing to worry about because, you killed two birds with one stone. I don't know why you're saying that because it was just a sex site, then it wouldn't have been a big issue, or you wouldn't have said you had to be accountable for it. But obviously, you feel in some kind of way because you said you had to be accountable for it. And since it's on the sex site already, it should be no problem. Whoopie doo, all done. And MU, you out of gas, girl, because they said it was already on a sex site. That's all I'm saying.
And I won't be watching no other videos talking about
Baby, it don't mean look. And again, people are, kind of upset, but like I said, y'all miss me with this this selective morality and all of that
it.
stuff. And I'm
That
not
part.
no. I'm not no because I'm not you didn't again. You're not hearing me tearing up folk and talking about them. I'm not roasting and gagging people. I'm not doing this. All I'm saying is this is what we have observed. The evidence has been put out. The church lady just put a text message out stating what Snoop said. Snoop was in her car talking about it. The church lady confirmed it. Clydiva done confirmed it. We done heard the videotapes. I mean, these
Can I
things are out there. And
can I
not
make
only
a
that,
point?
but Beasley too, because Beasley done blame. I mean, Vic done blame Beasley. It's a lot of people. And so my thing is, if I'm wrong and if I was lying, then hopefully and prayerfully I would have enough sense to say, y'all, I misspoke. My bad. It didn't
May
happen.
I make a
Or
point?
yeah, go ahead.
Somebody says Snoop is in legal trouble too for sharing underage porn. The proof is in the text. MU will have to prove that she was underage.
Girl, it's Ash Wednesday, baby. I almost took some ash off somebody's head, and I had to remember. I'm like, oh my God, it's Ash Wednesday. Because I'm like, baby, you got dirt on your head. I was about to get my little tongue out and wipe, baby. I was about to wipe somebody's ash off. It is Ash Wednesday, y'all. So if y'all see somebody with ash on their head, it's not because they dirty or they hit their head on something. It's Ash Wednesday. Um, you could never. Has Tracy confirmed Snoop sent her the pictures? Well, this is the thing. According to Tracy, the email was scrambled or it wasn't a solid email. According to Tracy, I don't because I asked Tracy, was it a return email on there? But I think Snoop has done a good job to let us know what she did. The only
Mm.
reason why more people are at MU is because they want to make sure that she pressed them charges for vengeance for Tracy. Clydiva got that information. hmm let me say this. It is my hope that that doesn't happen. Um, Cali girl, I'm being real, but it's not my call. People wanted Tracy and MU to fight in California. I didn't want to see all of that foolishness. But it's the person's call.
You mean
And
MU
you
and
can't
Snoop?
tell people how to feel when the offense is against you. No more than, I mean, you can't tell people how to feel when somebody done something to them. And my thing is, y'all haven't been doxxed. So keep on living and get doxxed once, or have people to do stuff, and then you'll feel a certain way too. See, it's easy to feel some kind of way when it's not you, but
Exactly.
then when it becomes you, it becomes real.
I'm confused. You said people wanted MU and Treese to fight. You mean MU and Snoop?
No, Mu and Tracy when they were in California, because they were having a little,
Oh,
they were
that's
having
right.
some
I remember.
issues. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And
Okay.
so, and Tracy was talking about walking up the hills and stuff. I mean, it was getting real intense, and I didn't want them to fight, and that's it.
Right.
Um, and like I said, there was some situations where they was gonna go, I guess, by Snoop House, and I don't know who was against it. I don't know if it was Tracy or MU, but they decided not to, which I thought was a smart move. So it
Mm.
seems like it's been tit for tat on both sides, but somebody may have gone a little too far with this, and now we see the results of it.
So
Beetlejuice,
did
I
she?
didn't time you out. I didn't time you out, but yeah, I didn't time you out. So Usher must have timed you out. Usher, don't time Beetlejuice out. Don't time Beetlejuice out, because Beetlejuice ain't making no sense to me. Because Beetlejuice is saying, I'm trying to attack Kimmy and Joyce and everything, but I'm not the one up there calling folk names and going in the members only and doing all of this stuff. I'm not the one. My thing is, your receipts are receding or they're not receding. It's just that simple. It's not that hard. And nobody's coming for anybody. Because let me tell you something. If they have breaking news today, and if they had receipts, they could come on this platform or their platform and present those breaking receipts. And the bottom line is, Kimmy has the same text messages as Shelly has. They could easily put them out and compare notes to notes, just like Snoop has the same messages Clydiva have. They can put them out note to note. Clydiva ain't the only one who had the text messages. I'm sure if they've been texting each other, then that's how the phone works. You text, I get it, I get it, I text you back. And guess what? There's a record of us texting. That's how that works.
Hmm.
So don't type Beetlejuice out. I know I didn't block or time Beetlejuice out. Don't time Beetlejuice out, because Beetlejuice got something to say. Rodney said, I didn't do it. Okay. Y'all don't time them out. Don't time them out, Sabrina T, if you in here, because I know you'll time somebody out in a second. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. See, so like I said, all of that stuff and everything. So it's a lot of stuff that was going on. So that's what I would say about that. It is what it is. But it has nothing to do with personal stuff. It really doesn't. I just want people to start looking at things a little closely. Now you can feel that way, that I'm attacking Joyce and stuff, but no, I want to be very clear with Joyce. I don't have anything against Joyce, but Joyce saying that I'm coming for Tracy and stuff. That seems to me that you're trying to incite something, and I don't know if you
Hmm.
got it from a subscriber or Reddit. I don't know. But Joyce, we've gone through this before, with you coming up with information not in context and then causing a whole lot of mess. I don't feel
Mm.
like going through that again. And also, too, again, if you have a problem with me thinking that I let Shelly say something about your dog, Joyce, give me a call. You have my phone number. You have my phone number. You know my phone number. And you can give me a call and reach out.
Right.
Kimmy has my phone number. I told Kimmy day one, look, I'm about truth. I'm not here to attack you personally. It's not personal, but the receipts are receipting. I told her this, so it's not like there's some secret and he coming at me or now the thing is Shelly got some on me. Shelly don't got nothing on me except that I went on a cruise
And you was in the library. I'm just
and
being
I was in the
silly.
library. Girl, they said I was hiding. But
You was
that's
hiding in
it.
the library
So
with a
so
big
if
glass
Shelly had
wall.
something on me, Shelly had it. But my thing is this. Now let me say this. Let me say this. The text that I share with Shelly or what she share
Mhm.
with me, it had not telephone conversations, was she recorded or not, I wouldn't have anything to worry about and nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
And I mean that. And I mean that. Let me give you an example. When we had that situation, Shirley, with that other show that was supposed to happen. Shirley told me exactly how she feel. I said, Shirley, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna give it this time, and then when this time is up, I'm gone. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. Because let me tell you something. I know how people are on these YouTube streets. And Kimmy, we done talked, and I'm gonna say this. I don't have nothing on you because I don't really talk at that. And what I told you, I'll tell on the street. I'll tell on the street. It's just that simple. And vice versa, because we don't be talking in depth and all of that stuff. And and Kimmy, let me no. If I said it to you, I probably done said it on YouTube or don't have no problem. If I tell you I don't like somebody, they already know I don't like them, so it ain't no secret. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. Now that's it.
Mm, mm,
and
mm.
and that's it. That's all. I think it's very odd with some things, but I said this was never personal, and I meant that. But if you got
For
the
them, it's
receipts,
personal. For them, it's personal, though.
it
GA.
is. But
It's
you know
very
what?
personal.
That's them in the truth. I'm not gonna sit here
Territorial.
and say what Shelley has is faulty, and it's not, because it's solid. And the thing is, they got the same text messages. Now, what I just did a few minutes ago, Shirley talked about the WhatsApp. I asked a few questions about the WhatsApp. I wanted to know, were there people in the abuse sector? Shelley said not content creators. I'm like, well, subscribers consented if they have the email. I mean, I'm not saying that Shelley is a liar. Shelley may be right, but my thing, there may be a possibility that someone else could have sent it. So I'm not even saying Joyce did it. It could be a possibility. Shelley thinks it's Joyce, but it could be a possibility. Now, Shelley thoughts are Shelley thoughts. I can't tell Shelley, you shouldn't have those thoughts. Those are her thoughts. But my thoughts and what I think are what I think. And it may not be
Hmm.
the same as Shelley. That don't mean I got a problem with Shelley. That means we don't think alike sometimes, or we may have difference of opinion. But Shelley may feel some kind of way, and you all may, again, it seems
I
like
don't feel
Shelley
any
has
kind
some
of way.
issues because Shelley feels like that y'all were cool from what I heard her say on her platform, but she's act like you're oblivious to y'all history. So that may be the reason why she may feel that way as well. So I don't think I'm being unruly, unfair. And this is another thing. I never say y'all can't come up here. Y'all have every opportunity to come up here. If there's anything said that you agree with or disagree with, or any comment that you want to add, you are always welcome. But my thing is, I do know that you all have your own platforms, and I'm well aware that you can use your own platforms, and that's fine with me. But you are always welcome to dispute, to have a civil conversation, to say that's not right or that's correct, or if you have any new information or receipts to bring them. No, we had a good conversation and we left it just like that. We left it
Hmm.
just like that. When they were, I guess people were calling my congregation. Kimmy reached out and she said, "I'm so sorry that they're doing with that." And I'm like, "Thank you, and I appreciate it." And again, that was kind of recent, but I don't have a problem with Kimmy. It is not personal. I have not called Kimmy out her name, and I won't call Kimmy out her name. Um, you know, Kimmy lives in Central Florida. I would never disclose where Kimmy lives and all of this stuff. And if somebody is doing that, it's wrong because you could put that woman's life in danger. And again, regardless of how y'all feel about her or think about her, I don't want anybody's life being in danger. So I don't really have a problem with Kimmy. Now I can't say the same of how she feels about me, but that's her. I can't. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Sally O'Malley, I've been through that already. I done been through that, Sally O'Malley, as far as the show. I just didn't think it was going in the direction that it should have gone in. And I didn't see all the players being honest and truthful. I seen people having issues with other folk, but the person who brought us together was trying to act like Carlos King and like they ain't had no issues with the people. And I just no, and it was no, I just said no. and I would have gone back, but pandemic. And then once people started saying I was trying to keep other people from the show, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going back. And so that was my point. Nicole Tyler was a part of the show, and
Mhm.
Nicole Tyler was very rattled. She was very shaken. She did not feel safe, and she wasn't going back. And she called me to tell me she wasn't going back. So there were a lot of people who felt a certain kind of way, and so yeah. So, but I've said that over and over again. Nothing has changed. Somebody said that's all the proof I can give them. If they don't understand what she was saying, I don't know what to tell them. Well, you don't need to tell them anymore. Let them figure it out, because people will move goalposts, and we're gonna let them. That goalpost is solid. They can try to move it, but it is what it is. So, Shelly and Deidre, do you all have anything else? Because I am getting ready to call it a night. I done went out and ate that food, and I need to do some aerobics before I go to bed. Jesus, because I
Well, I appreciate you allowing me to come up and
All I
share
have to
that
say, oh, I'm
information.
sorry.
No, I'm a drop down. I just appreciate you allowing me to share that information because people act like it's about their fave. And you said something very important. Yeah, a lot of these supporters, subscribers, content creators do want to put people's address out and do want to put people's in harm way. That's why I don't like. I'm clean slating and I'm going to go a different direction because that part is illegal. And I'll be happy when somebody can prove I ever did that. So,
okay.
y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Mikey matches. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know about altar boys because we don't have those because I'm not Catholic. Go ahead, Shelly.
Okay. All I wanted to say is to Deidre, thank you for coming up and sharing that information. I think that's good information for people to have, in general. And thank you, Jay, for allowing me to come up. And I hope everybody enjoys the remainder of their Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Shelly, for coming on. And girl, don't now when you put that information out, don't hurt me too hard because you know you're gonna. I'm
You
not gonna
people
even
are
go there, and I shouldn't even be
crazy.
playing like that. But it's not like that. It's just really not like that. Shirley don't have anything against me. I told you all in 2024, it's about truth. Either you're about the problem or you're about the solution. I think we know what the solution is. Now it's up to the people to want a solution, and that's it. And we're about truth. We found out what the truth was, because somebody was getting ready to let me say how this important this is. And I said this, I think 2 nights ago. We as black people especially shouldn't be bearing false witness on people. How many of our men and women have lost their lives because somebody falsely identified them or falsely accused them, and they've been in jail, and if it wasn't for DNA they would have still been in jail. And we shouldn't be doing this on the YouTube streets. I mean, of all people, black people, we shouldn't be doing this. And it's simple as saying Benz did it, but what if they would have taken Benz to court, and off of the mouths of people, she would have been indicted because somebody said this and this and this, when it was somebody else who actually did it, and Benz would have paid the price for that. And I know it's a hypothetical, but you got to think about that. You got to think about that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to bear false witness on people. Now it's one thing to say that it's alleged that this person did this, or I have some, but when you say that they did it and all of this stuff, then it opens a brand new can of worms. And then not only that, but then I look at, and I don't have a problem with you, Vic, but you were adamant that Beasley did this. And just because Beasley has a record or a reputation of doing certain things, that don't mean he did it. Like I told Vic, somebody just got out of jail and they are a felon, and somebody breaking somebody's house. Does that mean that person who just got out of jail did it? No. See what I'm saying? So we got to be careful of that. Sally O'Malley, you're not blocked. So that's all I'm saying with that, you all. And we may think it's nothing to take lightly, but we got to kind of look at that kind of stuff. And then I don't think people thought long term. I just don't think people thought that there were going to be a long-term implication. And now we see what happened long-term. Baby, these people are running in Kansas City. I mean, you can't even go to a football celebration without some breaking out. Golly, that is sad. That is sad. So anyway, you all. So that's all I wanted to say. You all have a good night. Thank you for coming on. Again, I'm not here to um, attack people. I have never attacked anyone. All I'm saying is that the receipts need to be receipting. And now we know that Benz did not do the person who did this. And what do we do with Benz? Do we don't restore Benz? We just let Benz sit out there, and it is what it is. So those are my thoughts. So y'all have a good night. Peace and love, and y'all take care.